Hello. Today we're going to be talking about exponential growth and decay. So there's a few different formulas that we're going to be talking about today, and these are the four that you're going to need to write down. We have a growth and we have decay. The only difference being one's going to make the value bigger, the other is going to make it smaller. Now, there's two different types. There's one where you have a R, a percent that rate that of your growth or decay, or you're going to have a K constant for growth or decay. So if they're giving you a percentage, some percent, it's a percent growth rate, or a percent decay rate, you are going to use these top two formulas. So what you're looking for, is there a rate? Or are you going to take away a rate? Those are the two you're looking for. Now, if they don't tell you that, you're going to probably be looking for some sort of K constant, in which case you're going to end up using this E value. So if that E value is raised to a negative, that's what's going to change it into a decay. So here's what you need to write down. Number one, A is your starting amount of whatever you're talking about. If it's money, how much am I investing? How much am I starting out with? What is your starting amount? Okay. Y, the Y equals, we're usually going to be solving for what do we want to end with? What's my ending amount? How much will it be worth when? T is going to be the time that it takes to get there. Now, usually in years, but depending on the situation, it could be any time period. Whatever label they give you, it's going to stay in that same label. And what's going to determine the formula you're going to use is, do you have an R, which is a percent, or do you have a K, which is a constant? And they may even ask you to solve for either a percent or a K for constant. So that's what you're looking for. So now, just a quick, if they say you're going to invest some money and you're going to get a 10% growth rate, well then, because I said percent, it's going to lead you to this formula. It's a growing. And so notice percentages, remember, if I say 10%, that's the same thing as moving your decimal over 2 spots as 0.1. So 0.1 is the same thing as 10%. So don't forget to add those. So that way, what it's going to look like is if you put a 0.1 in for R, you're going to keep 100% of your money plus the 0.1 extra for interest. That's kind of the idea behind this. So these are your two or your four equations you're going to need to write down and pick from it. So let's pick an example, shall we? If you need to pause the video to write all these down, please do that. All right, here we go. So Zeus Industries bought a computer for $2,500, and it's expected to depreciate at the rate of 20% per year. It's quite common to cars are like that same thing too. But what will the value of the computer be in 2 years? Remember how all story problems work. Whatever the question they're asking you be, that is your variable. So what will the value be in 2 years? That's my after. So this is my Y. They're looking for Y. Y is my after value. Now, which formula are we going to use? We're going to look to see what clues do we have. Right now, I'm picking out this percentage. Since they have a percentage, that is going to be my R percent rate. It's a 20% per year. So being it's an R, and because they say it's going to depreciate, that means I'm going to pick the formula A parentheses 1, and because it's depreciating, minus R raised to the T for time. So, okay, so we're going to put in our numbers. What did we find? So we're looking for Y. Y is going to equal, that is my question. So A is the value we're starting with. he's paying at the very beginning $2,500. So A is $2,500 times 1 minus, now the R, the percent rate is 20%. So if I move this decimal 2 spots over, that's going to be a 0.2. And we're going to raise it to the t time. Now notice, make sure these jives, 20% per year and in 2 years. So being it's the same label, we're okay. But t is now 2. And so we're just plugging the information from the story problem into our formula. And yes, by the clues, we had to pick out which of those 4 formulas are we using. So now that we know that it depreciates at a percentage rate, we use this formula. Now it's solving. Remember, order operation says do parentheses first. So let's solve this. What is 1 minus 0.2? That's going to be a 0.8. So we've got y equals 2,500 times 0.8 raised to the 2 power. Second, after parentheses are exponents, so 0.8 times 0.8, or 0.8 squared, is going to be a 0.64 times 2,500. Again, nothing changes, so you just recopy it. And next, we've got 2,500 times 0.64. So I'm going to quick grab my calculator and go 2,500 times 0.64, and it's going to end up equaling 1,600. Now remember, this equals y, and y was a dollar amount, so don't forget your label. Those computers, after 2 years, will only be worth $1,600 to have them replaced. So that's what you're doing. You're looking for clues in the story. You're looking, am I appreciating or depreciating? Are they giving me a percentage rate, or are they giving me a K constant of growth or decay? Plug in your variables for what you have and solve for the missing variable. Good luck. Have a great day.